say a few words for what I thought was two, but we're going to talk about three characters. Let's start with Ben, one I've known the longest. I don't know. I probably first met Ben when he was in 6th or 7th grade, probably in summer at some point somewhere. Had the opportunity to coach him during summer lacrosse, and really didn't know if he was going to end up in Tennessee. Had options to do other things, but for I'm sure a lot of reasons, we're really glad that he became a Tennessee Volunteer. And I would say that, during he and Joe's tenure, we've had ups and more than our fair share of downs. So I don't know how many you guys started with in your class, probably anywhere from 12 to 14. So the fact that these two have endured and are still here, and quite honestly, I think have been a great foundation, not only for administrative leadership, but on the field leadership. We wouldn't be where we are. I don't think the crowd that's here, okay, would be here without these two guys enduring these 4 years. So I want to thank you, Ben, for everything, for the day of your last home game. Second, I want to talk about Joe Pettey. I didn't meet Joe till he showed up. Okay, so that's kind of some guys I know pretty early on. Some guys I'm just, excited when I get to meet them. So it comes from not far where I came from, probably 50, 55 minutes from where I grew up in Maryland is where Joe's from. Has really been a solid leader ever since he stepped on the field. I don't know, to me, like, some guys come in and they're really, really good their freshman year, and then their senior year, they're like, man, I don't really know what happened to him, but he was here, and maybe he's finishing around here. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Joe came in here, and he's just been a steady example of consistency ever since his freshman year. I don't see Joe play today and think he's necessarily has come from here to here or here to here. He's been here and he stayed here, and that's kudos to his foundation and his work ethic, and generally how he approaches the game and practice and playing the sport. So for that, I thank you, sir. And I want to say this, all right? I'm a bear. I'll be the first to admit. My wife knows I'm a darn bear, and you guys stick with me. You know I'm a bear. There's been a number of times in a heated game where I've probably lost my cool, and the one voice that I've had the last 4 years that'll come up to me is Joe real quietly at some point and say, that's not necessarily how we need to be. And you know what? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Okay. So he's the voice. So some freshmen, you got to find out if you're enough man to come and be the voice when I need it. All right. But again, let me say there, and again there. And I want to say this, okay? I found out, I guess, around the first quarter. Now, look, I'd heard whispers, but I guess I heard official that Zach, you have received your appointment. We'll be going to Navy next year. So that's a big deal. My dad retired as a commander from the Navy. My brother's a colonel, and it goes on and on. So I come from a long family of military. Utmost respect to the lifestyle choice you've chosen. America needs you. And we will absolutely miss you, but we will remember you fondly, and you are always welcome. If you're back in town and want to come through for a visit, you always have a home here. And appreciate everything that you've done this season. We're going to miss you.
Develop that D1 sound.
Yeah. It's called Just Don't Screw Them Up. Give them enough. I don't know how many. It was one day I was like, Skip and I want to make sure that we're not screwing you up. That was a true statement. He's like, no, you're good. So he might have lied to me, but he's at least told me I didn't screw him up. Okay. So guys, we are happy Easter. Off next weekend. Got some guys nicked up, but we've had a solid week of practice. Let's have another solid week of practice and go into that last weekend of 2 weeks up at Liberty and take care of business with George Washington. Okay, as we all talked about, we can't change the Liberty result. Can't change the Virginia Tech result, but when we can make sure that the world knows is we're a solid number 3 in our division and we shit stomp 4 and 5. Okay, all right. People will recognize that. I guarantee me, people have already. I've had texts this morning and last night over 10-6 to Virginia Tech. Okay, all right. You showed something. Now look, I also want to say this. All right. In looking back at Virginia Tech, 3 or 4 mistakes we made that gave them gold. All right. The same thing today. Right? We won, right? But let's be honest in our takeaway. We could have been better. Right? We got loose. We allow our our aggressiveness and our want to win to put us in bad situations. Probably 4 or 5 penalties we gave them to equal goals. This should have been a 20-4 just like Virginia Tech. Understand those little mental things that are different. The little mental things that you don't have the need to take the late high hit. You don't have the need to run your mouth. You quietly walk off the field, let the penalty group go on, and get goals. I don't know how many times we commented against Virginia Tech. Damn, they're efficient. Damn, they're efficient. Let that be the bar that we want to get to. We're not far. We're not far. It's mental stuff at this point. Physically, we're there. It's mental stuff at this point, and that's easily fixable. All right? Hey, bring it in real tight. Family. This is a family. Yeah, get the bear. Get it in on this bear, all right? There's a few bears in there. A few bears in there. All right? Hey, family on 3. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Go get the balls to the far end line, guys.
Oh, good call. Freshman. Trying to grip. Just trying to go finesse this short goal with me.